Hello.
Hello, Coach.
Coach, that elbow shot from Jayla looked like it was open a lot tonight. Is that a part of her game that you could see evolving and being a weapon in your offense?
Yeah, Jayla is number one, a physical player, but she's able to face up and hit 15-footers. So I'm proud of that, that she hit some open shots, and that's part of it. We passed it to her before, and she's been able to knock down shots like that.
Your team dominated the rebounds last meeting in Orlando. This time it was a little bit different. What was the biggest difference, I guess, in that category?
Well, one, West Virginia shot it pretty well. Two, we didn't get the production that we usually get out of Kai, our freshman, from the rebounding area. So I think that kind of hurt us. The most rebounds we had were 5, and Shaw's been averaging 8, and so we just didn't have people step up and get rebounds.
Was Coach Carey showing any nerves coming up to this trip, and were you able to take in the ceremony? How did that look like from your point of view?
Yeah, I can't speak for him as far as his nerves, but I think it was great that he was recognized, and I definitely appreciate his efforts and what he's done in women's basketball. So I'm happy that he was recognized for that.
It seemed like the players really enjoyed the little video that they played. I could hear a number of them kind of laughing. I guess how young he looked or whatever. Did you kind of get that sense as well?
Yeah, the players were excited. They wanted to stay out and watch and make sure that we celebrate him. My players love Coach Carey. He's a player's coach, and so I'm happy that they saw that part of him. I was an assistant coach at Baylor for 8 years, so I've came in and out of here quite a bit, and I know what he can do on the sidelines, and I was excited that my players got a chance to see what he's done for women's basketball.
Kind of on that note, the addition of him to your staff, what has that meant to you all, not only from a X's and O's standpoint, but a personal level as well?
For me, it gives me comfort because he's been a head coach in the Big 12 and a successful head coach in the Big 12. So I'm excited and happy that I have him right there, on my side. So he's been a good addition for my staff.
West Virginia was able to shut down Peterson there in the first half, obviously, no points at halftime. But then she comes out and she makes a couple in a row, gets pretty hot, and gets up to 13. But how detrimental was that to not have her find a bucket there in the first half?
The first half, it got us. We've talked to our players about having slow starts, and we had slow starts. So, like you said, the second half we come in, switch up a little bit defensively, and we get a momentum going. But that's part of us. 2 years ago, now this is my second year. When I got the job, we had 5 players. Rest of them had left and transferred before I took the job. And of the 5 players, only one that played a little bit. And then we go in the portal, we put players together. So we're trying to get chemistry and build a program. If you look at our 2 freshmen, I'll take those 2 freshmen right now over any freshman in the league. I mean, just as well, they can produce like that. So we're slowly building it. I think once we get our chemistry and we understand the significance of Power 5 basketball, you can't have slow starts. You got to come off from the tip. And that's just part of growing. And, we're taking pains right now, but I expect things to change and get better.
Coach, 22 turnovers tonight for the team. How do you cut down on that?
Well, it's the same thing. We had 26 the first game. So 22 now. That's part of being stronger and meeting your passes and being able to, take care of the ball. And we don't have that. Sierra is a sophomore, and she played the majority of our point guard position tonight. So that's just, again, you got to grow with that.
Coach, you've obviously, like you said, the years you spent at Baylor, so you know what this league is about, and the players in it and the talent of the players in it. How do you get that point across to your players who are just now, kind of going through it for the first time?
You got a magic pill for that, man? I am so trying. So, when you look at it, okay, we don't have players who played in a Power 5 significant minutes, okay? And so every day, and Coach Carey has great experience with it. We're telling them, it's something that you got to come ready because it's a tough league. Okay, and we're showing them film. We're trying to get them there, and I think they will pick up on it. It's just, it's those growing pains. Those growing pains. I thought up until tonight, every game we played, we've been in. Tonight we didn't do well at all. Okay, but every other game we've been right there in, and so that's just turning the corner. And we'll watch film. We'll get ready. We'll pick it up, and we got Iowa State on Saturday, and we got to get better.
I wish I had a pill.
I sure take it on this flight, man.
On that note, Coach, though, where does this West Virginia team stack up in terms of teams that you've seen compete and win this league? Obviously, they're near the top of this league, but how, when you look at this West Virginia team, how do they kind of look compared to?
I think they're a really good team. I really do, and I think that their record shows for where they stand in this league. So, and they're physical. Okay, they're going to cause you to turn the ball over. They play well, and so I think it's one of the best teams in our league.